Hello and greetings from England. Hope you're stunningly well, suitably wonderful, and all is great and grand in the land down under. I'm so sorry it's taken ages for me to do one of these. I've been getting in the way, in all honesty. So sit down, get your popcorn ready, get prepared for what will be an epic. This update's got it all. It's got drama, really. It's got romance. Really got that either. It's got DIY and home improvements. It does have that, and it does have a couple of holidays, quite a few gigs, a little bit of drama, or at least tragedy. Tragedy is the right word, and sadly that is true. We'll get to that later. And a little dose of border collie here and there. So trust you both well. Trust you got a decent broadband connection. Trust this isn't too boring because it's going to be a long one.
Welcome to Filey. Check this out. Just walked down this really cute little street, which I wish I videoed actually, I'll get it on the way back. Look at this. So this is a natural spring. Can't call that natural though because it says not safe for drinking water. How you doing? I hope you're really well. So it seems to be a kite festival. Look at those. Amazing. So it's September here, getting mid to late September, and it's about the nicest weather's been all bloody summer. It's ridiculous. Look at this, isn't this beautiful? So yeah, this is a seaside town called Filey. And it's alright. North Yorkshire coast. Scarborough is about 5-10 miles north, which is one of the most fabulous pieces of Victorian architecture. Well, the whole place is just, well, it would be phenomenal if it had not been ruined by people turning it into a shitty seaside town, really. But yeah, this is nice, isn't it? Fabulous beach. Some stuff going off up there. More to come. There's a sodding great hill up there. Cobbles like this runs all the way down to the beach. Nice cast iron bridge there. It's proper old Victorian promenade, isn't it? Wow, that's fab, isn't it?
Oh, do you know? I reckon it was.
So back in the 40s and 50s, there was a chain of holiday camps started sort of after the war by the name of Butlins. All over the place they were. There's still a couple left, but they were massive. Millions and millions of people every year went to these package things like bloody prison camps. And Butlins was named after the owner, Mr. Billy Butlins, and that was his house here on Filey Bay, which is alright. A lot of things being washed out into the sea here, a lot of World War II related stuff. Going up ahead down there, I don't know if you can see it. There's a couple of old concrete pillboxes from the war, some other structures. It's amazing what the sea can do to these things. Croquet. I like putting, I don't know. Do you ever play croquet? Ashby Grammar, on the front of the old school. Big Victorian terraces. A hell of a climb up here. If you know anybody's got any shonky old Citroen panel vans, these are about now the most valuable rolling real estate you can buy. It's fab though, isn't it?
Let's go, what you fancy?
Can I just have a C9 tonic?
Yeah.
So, true to form, it is England after all. The weather has definitely taken a turn, so just heading back to get a shower. Everybody else is in the bar, and it's my friends are away with. They are far better drinkers than me, so I'm going to start a little bit later. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's obviously a Victorian. I think I've said that a couple of times. Seaside town. They all seem to have these big terraces, big grand terraces. Some a little bit shabbier than others now, but nice. It's nice, isn't it? So you've been really, really well. Trying to think what I've been up to since last time. So any sort of update. Life's been quite busy. Work's lunacy. Every day is another day closer to retirement and the dark abyss of death. So not got a lot to say, to be perfectly honest. You'll perhaps be pleased to know, or not, I don't know. Well, that's quite nice. Check that out. It's very grand, isn't it? Some gardens here. I'm completely lost. I haven't got a clue where the fuck I am. Shops and shit. Had a second shoulder operation, loads of metal work back in March, and that's gone really well. So, although I'm still wearing some internal scaffolding, it's worked a lot better. And it's a bit busy down here, so tricky, I think, to walk, talk, film, not run into people. So yeah, more later. That's quite a nice place actually. I was in there last night. Oh, that's quite grand. I don't know what that is. Cargate something or other.
Oh, Central.
I don't know if you can make out that hill. So I thought we'd go and have a look at what was flying over the side of the cliff. Turns out it's Filey Kite Festival. I didn't even know kite festivals were a thing. But it does capitalise on one thing that this country is good at: wind. We do a lot of wind. Right, some of these are amazing. Let's see if we can't zoom in on a few. Like that bad boy there. Look at that. Ooh, what the hell have I done? So we're just watching this guy who's got this sports kite thing, which is, where is it? Where's it going? It's up there, look, very impressive. But he's losing his trousers. Brilliant. Look at some of these. They are fantastic. Look at all these. Brilliant. Let's go back and just check. Oh no, he's kept them on. So this is Filey from afar. So you can't tell from down there, but it's in a big circular sort of natural harbour. You're down on the beach, it just looks like you're walking flat, but it clearly isn't, is it? And yeah, we're just up at the top of Filey Brig over there. Kites are still going. I can't get around that, it's mad. Fab view, fab day. That's a serious rock pool, isn't it? So you join us on the next instalment of our amateur geologist speculation about what this is. It's big rocks in the sea. Some blokes down there fishing, stuff like that. Oh, it don't look safe, does it? It don't look safe. Oh. Hey, welcome to Andaby Creek, or about a mile or two outside of it. Andaby Creek's down there somewhere. Had such a nice time here with some friends a couple of years ago. I thought I'd bring Roz because it's got this cafe down by the beach. It's got the biggest breakfast you've ever seen. And that's the future out there, is that. That is one of Western Europe's biggest wind farms. It's not the biggest one, the biggest one's a bit further north up the coast. Over in that direction is Holland. You can't see it, I don't know why I'm zooming in. So, yeah, it's, where are we? 23rd of September. So, getting towards, well, the end of the practical year if you live in England. We've had a rare day where it's not forecast rain, or not much rain. So we thought we'd sprint over to the coast. As much as you can sprint through Lincolnshire, that's where we are. Because all the roads are full of tractors and caravans at 30 miles an hour. And come and have a wander out here. Now, I've got no idea what that building is up there. But we're going to have a look. I don't know what that building there is either. That thing there. It's got like a slot in it. I think it's some sort of... I think it's supposed to be used from it. I don't know. But yeah, might be the last chance we get to walk with my sport Crocs on. They're about the quality footwear. So Crocs, if you have the strap thing around the back, apparently that's sport mode. That's just the best thing ever, sport mode. Right, anyway, I'm going to get back to my dog. I'll see you in a bit. Buenos dias and welcome to Malgrat de Mar. Malgrat del Mar. Just down the coast from Barcelona. We're getting the train in there tomorrow. We're just having a walk around the local town. No idea what's going on. Oh, it's very traditional. Ross thinks this is Spanish Strictly Come Dancing. Not convinced. So this was kind of cool. There is a train line which right the way down the coast of Barcelona. From the airport of Girona down through quite a few resorts, it takes you right into the centre of Barcelona city. The Turbas Retail, it's 10 miles, this train buffet, great trip. Welcome to Barcelona.
That's the landmark. Oh. To look for, to get to where the cars go. Oh.
Nice, isn't it? From the flea market to this bad boy. We're not going to go to the famous cathedral, the Sagrada Familia. We're not planning to. I'd like to say I can remember what this bit's actually called. I can't. All of Barcelona is like this when you get into the centre, but that's not true. An awful lot of it is very old streets, very compact. It is beautiful. No idea what this is though. You think? Is that halfway up? No. Oh wow. Yeah, you've got to stand in front of that for scale. Go on. See, it looks like a big door, but it really is a big door. Oh my gosh. Love the latest update, by the way. Loughborough. Loughborough. Got to admire your knowledge of campanology. The world's finest bells, of course, made in Loughborough. You can get a tour of the factory. I've never done it. Whether their bells ended up here, I don't know. But isn't this something? Just incredible. So Barcelona is full of, like everywhere else, little narrow streets, but just different level, absolute different level here. The streets are absolutely beautiful. Being uber nosy. So Loughborough, I don't remember us ever going to Loughborough actually. I went there to college when I was politely asked by Ashby Grammar not to return after getting the lowest maths AO level score in Ashby Grammar School history. I don't remember us ever going. Maybe we did. Found what appears to be a real life Tomb Raider game set. I was uber impressed. The world's prettiest bakery. Oh, it's the world's. It's up there though, right? Wow. American ham, unbelievably expensive. I'm not quite sure how they preserve it, but it lasts for ages. You buy it in boxes at Christmas. Welcome to La Boqueria. It's an enormous market. It's the maddest thing you've ever seen. Foods, you've got no idea what they are. It's a wee bit busy. Right, let's go right and get off the main track. Yeah. Wow. Do you want some? So, tucked away off the Ramblers, pickpocketing capital of the universe. Look at this, isn't this fabulous? No, they are, they're bananas. Check me. I know. Okay, so gonna stop filming before I lose my phone, really. Because it will happen. Isn't it amazing? It's colossal. Another very beautiful old place. Literally no idea what it is. Massive building though. We've been walking around the walls of it for about 5 minutes. It's huge. And that is over there. Yeah. This is a Pincho bar, one of many down this street. You order what you want and then you pay for it according to the colour of the cocktail sticks at the end when you're done. How fabulous is this? We've just been for Pinchos in some local bars. We're now walking down towards the harbour. Some of the old castle walls here. And that there, I'm going to zoom in, are the cable cars that run up to the, well, they run up to the mountain outside of Barcelona, which is where they had the Olympics back in, I want to say 92. There's a whole village up there. But the cable cars are much older than that. They're like very Art Deco, kind of cool. They're very famous. More to follow. So that there is the statue of Christopher Columbus. You can actually go up there, I think. We're not going to, because it's unbelievably humid. Because they rave about Christopher Columbus being the greatest explorer of all time. I mean, he is and he isn't. Because the reality is, the Americans that he found, all the good bits, they speak English, don't they? He's no Captain Cook. So, if I've got this in the right order, I've just shown you a video of the cable cars and the difference, but I've walked up because I just don't feel from a distance you really get how huge it is. Check this bad boy out. I can't even see the top. I'm going to zoom in. It's like an observation deck, and the cable cars come out the top. It's massive. So again, just stopping because I really don't feel I did the scale of this thing justice. It's 50 metres away. Zooming in. Just gonna focus on that a little bit so you can see it. I mean, I know it's quite famous. You just think they'd have gone and done something a bit ostentatious for him, really, wouldn't you? That's Roz's joke, not mine. So now walking down to the harbour. This looks a bit bland, to be honest. The last few times we've been, because we have been before, there's been like Russian oligarchs yachts and stuff here, like small towns made out of gold. But since all the Russians' yachts have been impounded, who knows what we're going to see. So Barcelona is home to the World Sea Subuteo competition. We're an interesting one. I'm not sure if he's heading the ball or just trying to pee free-handed. So apparently somewhere around here there's a harbour with a couple of boats in it. Oh yeah. Walking down back towards the Ramblers. Just gone past all the super yachts over there, which they fenced off. You can normally walk down there. Something's obviously happening. America's Cup, I think, maybe something like that. Anyway, we're heading down to the square. We're going to cut over to the Black Lab, which is a favourite brew pub. So Barcelona, famous for people like Gaudi and Dali, and also Picasso. Got a big freaking Picasso there. There's also a giant lobster statue, which is one of his as well. A little bit further that way. We might get to in a bit, but we might not. So I'm guessing in Australia, spring, it's getting warmer there, so it's probably just scalding hot rather than furious hot. We're into October, it's like the 5th today, We're just going around this way, Ross. Yeah. And it's, well, we've come out today because the sun never came out from behind the clouds, but honestly, it's like 100% humidity and about 30 degrees. It's unbelievable, but nothing I've experienced in my life is as hot as getting off the train, the underground train station earlier. It must have been 60 degrees. It was unbelievable. This is pretty, isn't it? So we're in the Black Lab Brew Pub in Barcelona Harbour. This place I've been a couple of times before, and I really like it. The beer's really, really good. And so the thing about micro and pubs not going together, I've got to tell you, it's the way forward. Because all the big pubs in England now, they're all run by big brewery chains, and it's all the same stuff, and it's all overpriced, and all the food comes out of microwaves. Whereas you get these little places that play cool music, they're a bit chilled out, brew their own beer. It's definitely the way forward. But this one has a slightly better. So we're back at the local church again because my video seemed to have cut off after about 10 seconds. I've told you all sorts of interesting facts about how old this church was, and yeah, all of it's gone. It's a lot busier now, siesta time's over. There's a guy over there who's roasting chestnuts. We're in a very local place, drinking fountain there. There's been a brass band playing, 5 olive trees. It's a lot of spray paint here. Yeah, nice. It's our last night. It's been a fab holiday, hasn't it? This has been our first ever holiday away without the kids for a week. We've done like the odd day and stuff, but this has been a bit nice. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Hola! Just waiting for the flight back to England. Where are we? It is the 7th of October. I gather back in England it's 20 odd degrees, which is global warming seems to have hit England differently to other places. We seem to get hot spring, hot autumn, pissing it down all summer. That's pretty much it. Not sure it's an improvement, to be honest. So I was just putting the video together, and then your wonderful email dropped in, waxing very lyrical. Did love that. And do I remember Rushton's? I do. How fascinating. I mean, it doesn't seem that long ago, but I guess maybe it is. I tell you what, I could never get how there's some meats like chicken and things like that you know, you're supposed to handle it with bloody gloves on and scrub everything, and it has to be kept refrigerated all the time. But then it was perfectly fine as well to have things like grouse and pheasants hanging outside a butcher's front window full of bloody lead shot and whatever else was still in them for a couple of weeks at a time, with all the traffic fumes as well, because I mean, back in the 80s it was still leaded petrol and stuff. No wonder everybody in Ashby was so thick. So yeah, I tell you what, I don't get to Ashby very often, but that's one of the things that's changed. You probably remember down the main street, it was always gridlocked. It was incredibly busy, that main road, because obviously it was a main thoroughfare through lots of towns, connecting lots of big towns and things like that. But they put a bypass in very early 90s, and now you wouldn't recognise the place, honestly. It's really, really quiet through the centre. I think a lot of businesses actually suffered for that, because obviously the amount of passing trade reduced quite substantially. But yeah, they did turn it into a little sort of shopping arcade thing, didn't they? It was yeah, there you go, Rushton's blast from the past. So anyway, I trust all of this finds you stunningly well. I did love the picture of you home making pizzas. Big fan of homemade pizzas, that's the thing. Out there in decent weather. I can relate to it. This is I'm guessing this is the sort of temperatures you get every day. For me, you know, we pay to travel for this, so But yeah, it did sound wonderful. It did sound wonderful. So yeah, Hobie and Barry are stunningly, spectacularly, phenomenally all good. And yeah, speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye. Morning. It's where are we? About the 24th of November. I've been recording videos for about 4 months. I've not put them together and sent them yet. So by the time you get this, it might be quite a long one. As you'll notice on the ground, that white stuff, it's quite cold here. Not that Oscar's bothered. He just wants to chase this. Are you ready? Let's go then. Go on then. Okay, move. Yeah, he's over there somewhere. So, yeah, very interesting few weeks. Been a few weeks of not very good news, to be honest. I don't know if you remember my friend Dom. He came over, got horribly stoned, and always said we'd stay over at yours. And then about 1 o'clock in the morning, when I was too stoned to walk, let alone drive, he'd go, "Yeah, let's drive home," and he badgered me until I did it, which was never a good thing. Well, anyway, he died. Don't know why yet. Burying him in next Wednesday. But found him dead in his flat. So, bit of cheery news. Anyway, hope you're really well. Hope Barry's really well. As you can see, Oscar is in fine fettle. Oscar, drop it. Drop it. He's so well trained. He's like those things you see at Crufts, you know what I mean? Where they just do everything on command and roll over and things like that. Chinese state circus or something. That's not dropping it, is it? Oscar, drop the ball. Anyway, I've decided I can't do this one-handed, so I'll see you later. Derby again. Weren't expecting to be. It's our wedding anniversary, and we booked out a load of big rooms in Castle Donington, but long story short, anyway, got cancelled the day before, so they've moved us to Derby, and this is quite a nice place. I think you'll like this. Hi, by the way. That's we've got to check this staircase. Look at these floors, tiles. All tiles up. Check that out. Not looked around the rest of it yet, not even checked in. Just got a few drinks waiting for us, but isn't it lovely? So this is restaurant number 1. It's that's Gary, put his head in the way, Chris. Friends. Look at this. I have no idea what this used to be. We're actually on the first floor on the Warwick in Derby. Isn't it fantastic? Right. Look at that. This is all marble. It's fab, isn't it? Oh, the bells are ringing. That sound lovely. City centre Sunday morning. And all you can hear is the church bells. So that's Derby Cathedral. I think I might have shared this before. Check this out. Oh my gosh. And over there on the top of the gherkin is the guy with the worst job in the world. You've got to be joking. Anyway, so we've got Tower Bridge. Yeah, other tower. What else can we see? Got Canary Wharf over there. The Shard is. Oh, I have to go around the other side to see the Shard. What else can we see? You can see pretty much everything. OT's over there somewhere. Yowza. On the other side. Look at this place. Whatever you do, don't look down. Whoa. This is outside St Pancras Station and the Station Hotel. You can't believe how big those statues are. Outside of it. Let's have a wander around. Oh. Back to Nottingham with my brother and the future of bars. So check this out, it's a self-service bar. You sign in, they give you a card, you put your card under the pump, it charges you by the milliliter, like at a petrol pump, and then when you go, they hand the card in and you pay your bill. How fucking amazing is that? Unbelievable. Good smile, bro. Hi Jennifer, welcome to Papawick, Nottinghamshire. It's a balmy 4 degrees. As you can see, this is frozen over except in the middle, because that water coming out of that is warm. And the reason why it's warm is because it's beautiful, beautiful Victorian. Oh, a train down there. It's a pumping station, and the water in the middle of that is the warm water coming from the boilers. So this place used to pump all of the water for Nottinghamshire, and they proper did it with style, the Victorians. This is an absolute cathedral of industry. It's a stunning place, it really is. So you've got to see this in here. Gritted the steps. Don't have to do that where you live, do you? So look at this. Everything is so ornate. This is all cast iron. Isn't it stunning? They're singing Christmas carols up there. Steam engines. I've got some of these somewhere. Oil traps and staying away from them. Cast iron.
That's how it goes. Whenever it snows, the world is the world just for a snow. I'm gonna go on, but it's a yummy, yummy world. Make the sweetheart, well take the walk with your finger. It's a shiny thing when spring is late, and winter it's some marshmallow.
Wow. Isn't this fabulous? I'm not talking too much because obviously the woman's singing and I don't really want to interrupt. I'm sure pipes leaking high pressure steam is entirely safe. Down there. These are the water tanks of the boilers. I guess these are the boilers. That is the biggest pizza oven I've ever seen. Oh really, down there? Oh, let's see.
I'm not smelling any barbecue chicken.
Oh, I'll tell you what, when it's -4, this is quite nice. It's quite nice, isn't it, when it's cold? It's a crap job in summer. Amazing. So of course the problem with all this stuff is that crap there. Probably a good thing we don't have things like this anymore, I suppose, really, isn't it? And that was Papelwick. Been going to quite a lot of gigs. It's good when you're old because you can have a few beers and get an early night. The Rouge Signs at Rock City, as were Two Door Cinema Club, which was the hottest gig I've ever been to in my life. I do prefer smaller venues. This is a particular favourite, the Bodega. Been here a few times as last year. This was for Honeyblood. Also a big fan of Rough Trade, which is a venue in Nottingham's Lace Market.
be embarrassed and I won't give a shit. My fingertips are holding on to the cracks in our foundation, and I know that I should let go, but I'm gone. And every time we fly, I know it's not right. Every time that I'm upset and I smile, I know I should forget, but I'm gone.
Roz also got to go and see Queens of the Stone Age. Not really big on going to see stadium rock bands, but who love these guys, who were so loud that they broke the microphone on my phone, so you can sort of see it. I can't hear what they're doing. That's all right for me to talk about. Quite lucky as well because we've got a venue called Diamond just around the corner. It's like a 10-minute walk away. Usually about 45 minutes to an hour stagger back. That's pretty decent. Bands turning up to play us. Hopefully you can hear me yakking away. Morning, we've got an excited Oscar. Why is he an excited Oscar? Why are you excited, Oscar? Because we just got up and it snowed! Oh my gosh. And he wants to go out! Oh yeah. It's definitely snowed. It's getting on for 8 o'clock on Sunday morning and we've had that much snow overnight. It was -4 yesterday, so this. Oh, I can't see where the curb is. So, Oscar's excited. Don't have to be driving if I didn't need to. You ready? Go on then. Can't find the ball. See, if this was Australia, you'd probably go forest fire. But this is sunrise at a balmy -2 degrees. It's about 8:30 in the morning. It's bastard freezing. Where's my dog? There he is. Oh no, it's not. Welcome to Whitby. So that up there is the church. Behind it is the ruined abbey, which is what it was really famous for. In the book, Dracula's boat crashed just over there, and that's where he found his first victims, in the churchyard up at the top. We've got the old sandstone lighthouses. Beautiful, but sandstone really. An area that sees some fairly lively weather. It's not the best, it really isn't the best. It's a very hilly place. I'm trying to zoom out a little bit. Up there we've got the swing bridge. Might try and catch that a bit. Zoom in a bit more, you can see that. Yeah, the two halves. Swing open. And the boat's coming through. Try tide in an hour or so. Try and get that in a bit. We've just come out for a day trip to see how my dog is with other people, because we don't normally let him out near.
There's too many dogs there now.
Yeah. He's like,
doggy.
there's too many dogs, they all need to piss off. That's where we're at, mate. They're not working very hard, I'd sack them. So we're actually on the harbour wall now. We've gone on the side, the quieter side, because we've got the dog. And he's doing alright with the crowds, but it's not really his thing. It's all pretty old, isn't it? You can just catch a glimpse of the top of the Whitby Abbey ruins up there. And we've just been watching a seal bobbing out here somewhere. as long as I can remember, that side of the harbour wall has been closed off, but during lockdown they put that bridge in, so I've never been over that, so that's going to be a first. I'm excited about that, because we used to come here at least 2 or 3 times a year, every year for donkey's years. We've not been since the year before lockdown, so this is 4th year. This is it 25th of January, 26th of January, something like that, Saturday. 27th, there we go. And it's been pissing it down, torrential rain, freezing. All of a sudden it's 8 degrees, calm as you like. So we've driven out to the coast. It's nice, isn't it? The start of February we had a bit of a scare. An empty house next door was broken into. Some teenage scroats who decided to set fire to it. Fortunately, we woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and were able to get the fire brigade out before it burnt down our house, but it was pretty scary. Pretty scary. Everybody's okay though. The fence, not so much.
It's our gate. That's how close it was to our house. Melted all the electrics. And the bin. That's how close it was to our house, guys. With the fence.
Out. Look at that, isn't that fab? Out for lunch. Some friends for his birthday. It's underneath the old law courts. Jennifer. Ooh. Hello. Greetings from Amble again. We were here a year ago. We've come back to experience a different sort of, rain from a different location really. It has been, I think Oscar, that's Coquette Island over there. And it's normally full of puffins. I've never actually seen a puffin up close, but always wanted to. But bird flu, thanks to our friends in China. Drop it. Oh, it's so naughty. Thanks to our friends in China, who's decimated the population, so I'm sure there's some left. There aren't many. Right, you ready, mate? Go on then. That's gone over there somewhere. So we've had the wettest winter on record, which is a bit like saying the Sahara is the sandiest it's ever been on record. Because we already do quite a lot of rain in this country. It's been fucking awful. In fact, we were out yesterday for about 4 hours. The rain was sideways, hailing. This is supposed to be spring. It's been grim. It's been grim. Anyway, hope you're all well. This is I don't know. Even by the time I actually get to put these together, I have no idea how many parts are going to be to this. But how lovely! Oh my gosh, how lovely is this? I might even need to get some photos. Just spent an hour on this beach. Not seeing a single person. It's nice when it stops raining, isn't it? Where are we going? We're going this way. We're going that way. Come on. We're going. Which way are we going? Ha 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 ha! Pirate! Look at that. Beautiful. Obligatory border collie shop. The age of budget airlines might mean that we're pumping enough CO2 into the air to kill the planet, but it does mean we can get cheap weekends away, long weekends away with our friends to go and get drunk. We are in Torremolinos, which was lovely. I definitely would recommend it if it wasn't the other side of the planet from you. The sort of weather you're used to anyway, but fab place. Great restaurants, great vibe, loads happening, absolutely loved it. I didn't know Nicole Kidman was Spanish. Mind you, I didn't know John Lennon was either.
There would be home improvements as well. Check out my posh new bog. This took me several weekends to do. But isn't it grand? Well, as if you saw what it looked like before, which you will in a sec.
I know you'll be delighted to know my football team got promoted. And the weather finally improved, so I got the bike out. This was a 100-kilometre, 60-mile ride from the beautiful old town of Newark. Welcome to the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution. This is Cartwright's original mill, just outside Matlock in Derbyshire. Not a working building now. It was derelict for a lot of years, but as you can see, they've been chucking some money at it, gentrified it a bit. There's a posh cheese shop there, which, I mean, can't be without posh cheese, can you? Fix up the water wheel. Beautiful building. Across the road there's a canal thing with a nice restaurant attached to it, which again all used to be working, because this used to be it's the first cotton mill in the world, first industrial cotton mill in the world. Obviously the fuel and the materials used to get shipped down the canal. Way out. Fun, isn't it? Then we've got the other side of the road, which is where the canal starts. Just gonna go get a coffee in here in a sec. How idyllic is this? It says tiptoeing through the goose shit. A lot of goose shit. Hello goose. Big bugger. Pretty as, isn't it? When weather permitted, I've tried to carry on with the cycling, mainly for the cakes. So after a couple of false starts, it's like summer's actually here. It's the 23rd, I think, of June, and it's been pretty crap. Stopped at this lovely church. These are Commonwealth War graves apparently, which is St Peter and Paul's Church, Warsaw. Yeah, nice little spot. I'm knackered. I'm about 30 miles in. Not very fit because the weather's been that lousy. I've not been riding very much. But I'm doing very much talk apart from work, hence the radio silence. Trust you all really, really well. By the time I do get to chop all these together, there's going to be an awful lot to cover, I think. Anyway, just thought I'd stop here.
As we look back at the last 14 years of Conservative rule. As we look back at this gaggle of obdurate, arrogant, stubborn, unrepentant, heartless, self-serving bunch of arseholes who have spent the last 14 years trying to keep their useless, megalomaniacal political party together while sleepwalking the country into a kitchen blender. 14 years, 5 prime ministers, 7 chancellors, 8 foreign secretaries, 13 culture secretaries, one of whom was Nadine Dorries, a woman so stupid she thinks Channel 4 is a brand of perfume. 8 Home Secretaries, including grinning exorcist doll Priti Patel, Sajid Javid, James Hilarious rape jokes cleverly, and far-right pin-up Suella Braverman. Twice! A woman who says multiculturalism has failed, even though her, Patel, Javid cleverly, Sunak, Kwarteng, Zahawi, Badenoch are proof that even if you do have brown skin, you too can become a vicious, festering, regressive, lying, greedy, nasty, eye-wateringly wealthy, but morally bankrupt cunt. No fewer than 16 housing ministers, which explains why the UK is the most difficult place to find a home in the developed world. In 2000, a home cost 4 times the average salary. Now it costs 8 times the average salary, and workers are 11 grand worse off a year after 15 years of almost completely unprecedented wage stagnation. We've gone from 29 billionaires to 177 billionaires, whilst the working classes endured crippling austerity. The highest taxes in 70 years, lowest corporate taxes in 50 years. The rich are richer and the poor are much poorer, and your average high street is boarded up. We've endured David Cameron's hubris, Theresa May's chaos, Boris Johnson's lies, and Liz Truss throwing £30 billion of your money down the shitter. 100 billion in lost trade due to Brexit, 40 billion in lost tax revenues due to Brexit, whilst our farmers and our fishermen were sold down the river. The worst trade deficit since records began, and our national debt is now at 3 trillion. Average student debt has gone from 5k to 50k, homelessness has doubled, child poverty has tripled, an energy crisis that has little to do with the war in Ukraine and more to do with unfettered capitalism and unbridled greed. Highest energy bills in Europe, with 6.7 million people currently living in fuel poverty. The party of law and order have overseen record backlogs in the Crown Court, delays of 5 years for rape cases, with rapists being spared jail because the prisons are full. Chronic shortages of judges on top of a narrative that says they're all enemies of the people. They sold off 600 police stations. They cut police numbers by 21,000, then increased police numbers by 20,000, which is not an increase in police numbers, no matter how many times they tell you it is. Highest train fares in Europe, lowest state pension in Europe, longest waiting lists in NHS history, a nation with rotting teeth and people being hospitalised with malnutrition and scurvy, billions of taxpayers' money wasted on PPE contracts for their rich mates, and they let the bodies pile high and kill tens of thousands of pensioners during the pandemic, and then they lied about it. They cut our armed forces, they closed and sold off our fire stations, they closed, then sold off our libraries, they didn't build those 40 new hospitals, and they forced councils into bankruptcy. They wasted billions on HS2. They voted to allow bankers to have unlimited bonuses. They allowed BP and Shell to steal our oil and gas reserves without paying taxes, whilst Norway, of course, went the other way and has a sovereign wealth fund of over 1.6 trillion. And record amounts of our tammies and turds are being churned into our rivers and oceans by our privatised water companies. Windrush, Grenfell, Partygate, Barnard Castle, 30p Lee, bullying, affairs, groping and rape and tractor porn and Chris Pincher and corruption and dirty deals and racist donors and lies and lies and lies. And yes, the pandemic didn't help and the war in Ukraine hasn't helped, but don't believe them when they tell you that that's the reason that you are poorer this week than you were last week, whilst Rishi Sunak is richer this week than he was last week. Rishi Sunak cut taxes on champagne on the same day he cut funding to rebuild schools, and he wants to bring back national service. What else are they going to bring back? Grandstand? Spam on the national health? Snickers going back to marathon? I look forward to voting these incompetent, hubristic grifters out, and I hope they spend a very long time in the wilderness and have a really good think about what they just did. Well, a trip down memory lane there with some highs and some lows from the last 14 years.